this hose has been running from the dehumidifier for weeks now, and it is still pumping out moisture. We actually had Steamatic here today, and they had a look at it was actually the owner came out and had a look at the situation here and the new mold that's been formed. He's not actually that concerned, which is great. The mold that was found in this little section of the room that looked like it had come from the bedroom was only surface. It wasn't actually sending spores out anywhere, so that's really great. But he is recommending to my insurance company that they send out a hygienist to actually test the mold spores to see what variety they are, because there's like something like 5,000 different varieties of mold spore that exist, and only 500 of those that are actually dangerous to humans, and there's only 3 that the insurance company will cover. But we did find some bad news in this room, so I'll show you that now. So I hope you can hear me okay. That is the dehumidifier. It is sucking moisture out of the room, basically. So the moisture level in here this morning when he came in was about 24% humidity. Outside is 65. But we've got storms and everything all over the place. But he did moisture tests all over the concrete in here. So that's the HEPA filter. There's no mold left in this room, which is fantastic. But that is wet. That is a wet patch of concrete. Like, he actually used his moisture detector, and you could see the difference in the moisture levels on his little moisture detector. It was quite disturbing. So yeah, it looks like we've either got a leak under the concrete or rising damp or something, but I don't know. That is definitely not what caused the mold in here, because as he explained to me, we had mold on the roof side of the sheeting that was up here, and that was actually masonite, so there was mold on both sides, and the majority of the mold in this room was actually in that section of the room. So that is definitely from the storm damage, but that is not. We're not sure what that is, and we're still waiting for the builders to come, which is absolutely ridiculous. I really would have thought that the builders would have come to re-inspect the rooms by now, because the other rooms, I'm not going to go into those rooms because they do still have mold in them, but there's actually, the wall paneling is actually bulging, and it makes it look like it's actually the paneling that is actually holding the ceiling up. So it looks like it's a possibility that the termites have actually eaten all the supports in that room. So yeah, but that's the update on the mold situation. We're still in caravan. We're waiting for potentially, so Steamatic are actually going to recommend to the insurance company that a hygienist comes through and determines what kind of mold it is, and if it's one of the bad ones, then the whole room gets cleaned as part of the insurance. The other alternative is that they just go through and they do a mass level 2 cleaning of this room, which then leaves the problem, what do you do with all that stuff that's already been cleaned and taken out of the other 3 rooms, because there's a lot of gear in here, including a 4-year-old. So yeah, don't know what the insurance company is going to do on that one. Have to wait to hear back on what their decision is, whether or not we get a hygienist to come through to determine what type of bacteria mold we've got, or that it all just gets cleaned. I'm personally hoping it all just gets cleaned, because cleaning those ceilings looks terrible. It's a textured surface and it's just a nightmare to clean, especially with my whiplash. I just can't do it. But that's the update for today. I hope you're all well. We're getting there. But as I said, no news from the builders. They haven't come out to inspect, and yeah, you have a great day. I hope everything's going well for you guys. Remember, you're either green and growing or you're ripe and rotting. Have a great day. Bless you.